Alexa, announce.
What's the announcement?
Wife, I think we're streaming up there, so you don't have to RSVP unless there's a problem. I'm actually streaming live now, and I'm too stupid to know that this is really a terrible way to start my show. So here we go.
Announcing.
Wife, I think we're streaming up there, so you don't have to RSVP unless there's a problem. I'm actually streaming live now, and I'm too stupid to know that this is really a terrible way to start my show. So here we go. Why, hello everyone. There's people posting on the Facebook feed that YouTube isn't live, but I'm seeing comments on the YouTube chat. So, wow. First and foremost, welcome to episode 3 of Streaming Live from My Living Room. I can't thank you enough for tuning in. This is awesome, awkward, and in the greatest possible way. If you've been with me for the whole season, as it were, welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome aboard. I encourage you to hop into the chat wherever you are. Take selfies of you watching me. We want those pets in there. And please hit that donation button, because first and foremost, this is like a Jerry Lewis telethon where I'm like all the things. The guy asking for the money and the guy who gets the money. But the main thing is we got to keep the electric and the cable going on here. And I'm really trying hard to make this be like a real, actual show. So some stuff going on here that's kind of amazing is that last week's episode had a crazy thing happen. Shout out to my wife. She's monitoring the chats. And again, I hope that you peckerheads are in there on YouTube. You marry the opposite of yourself. Well, who the hell, why would I want to marry me? So my wife is the idea of coming in front of all you people and talking like this is like, oh. So last week, she appeared right over there, walked into my stream, and I thought she was drunk. I'm like, what are you doing here on my live stream? And I thought she was drunk, and she said, they're saying you have mouse ears when you back up. You see that hat right there? That gave me a mouse ear. I had another one right there, and I looked around there. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. I said, mouse ears. So, all right. Thank you, wife. And then she went back upstairs, and I turned around, and I yanked the hats off, and I got rid of the mouse ears, and she came back in this room again. I'm thinking, all right, she actually must be drunk this time. And she said, they want the mouse ears back. Oh, so shout out for my wife. She's monitoring the chats up there, making sure everything's going, and she will run in case there's mouse ears or any weird shit like that. Forgot to warn you, my show is R-rated. If there's kids in your house and they hear me curse, don't blame me because, well, I didn't warn you. I was going to say I warned you, but I didn't actually warn you. So what happened was last weekend we had 6,000 views just on Facebook alone. And I'm calling shenanigans, and I'll tell you why. Because that would imply that every 6,000 of the viewers was alone. And I know many of you are alone, and welcome aboard again. You're not alone tonight, man. We're going to party with the Amish, BYOB, build your own barn. But I think there was like a lot of people on one view. It was 3, 4, 5 people in that room. And I want credit for those fucking views. That's bullshit. By my math, there was over 10,000 people watching me last Saturday night, and that is rockstar. I can't thank you. So that's fucking crazy. When I did the first episode about 3 weeks ago, my biggest fear was nobody would be watching. Now, my biggest fear is that 10,000 people will be watching, and that's 20,000 eyeballs. That's a lot of pressure. I gotta do something. Hang on. Just pick this right here. All right, here we go. 20,000 eyeballs staring at me is a see, and the problem is that a friend of mine too. He saw 6,000 views and he goes, "Hey Amish, you know what? You should have got like $1 donation for every one of those views." And I'm like, thanks for that kindly advice to close the barn door when the horse already ran away. So here's the problem with that idea. See, if I got $1 a view for 6,000 views, and I love you peckerheads, but if you knew that, you would see how many views there were, and you're like, that motherfucker got $6,000 for this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. That's a horrible way to do it. And also, if that was true, if I got $6,000 per view for the first episode, even alone, there wouldn't be a second episode until like the next virus came around. So that's a bunch of happy horseshit right there. Then I got to thinking that my friend, because $1 is not really that much. I mean, I'm not. If you want to give me $1, that's great. But I want bigger donations than that. It is unprofessional of me to beg for donations, but there's no rule that says my fans can't do it. So you can heckle each other and try to get me donations. But my friend who suggested the $1, it all makes sense, actually lives in the Philippines. Hi, Scott, and he's in the future. And the reason $1 seemed like a good idea to him because $1 in the Philippines is like $300 here. And the reason I know this is because I used to pick him up at the airport, and I ran past, everything I tell you is true, I don't have to make shit up. I ran past a man in a wheelchair who wanted money from me, not unlike me wanting money from you right now. And I said, I'm late, I'm going to pick up my friend, and I actually didn't have any money in my pockets, and it's possible I didn't even have pockets. So I went and I got Scott, and we hugged it out, bitch, and then we came running back, and he's awake 36 hours, he's a walking Frankenstein. I'm mooching money off him like right away, and he didn't even understand what was happening. He just reached in his pocket, he handed me a bill. We got to the homeless guy right there. As I passed it over to him, I saw it was 100. And then the homeless guy, we were already past him, and then I could hear him screaming with delight and joy. And then Scott goes, "Come on, man, we got to run." "Why do we have to run?" He goes, "Because when he gets that 100 over to the exchange counter, he's going to find out it's worth about 38 fucking cents." So, for crying out loud. So that's a weird idea there. Like I say, I have cheater notes here. It's actually a storyboard is what I'm calling it now. So if you see me looking down like this, I am definitely trying to cheat because I miss that laughter. Man, that's a high that you peckerheads have been with me on this thing. It's so weird. I'm going to tell a combination of stories. I'm going to tell some stories about my actual family. If you are listening, family, don't worry. I have an awesome family with all cool stories. But to give you an understanding of how weird this is, performing here without hearing the laughter of the live audience. Like I say, you can make laughter by hitting the like button or whatever the hell you want to do. But my sister-in-law of Massachusetts told the most amazing story about in college. She was on a synchronized swimming team and the water became contaminated and they had to rehearse. They had to rehearse on a parking lot for synchronized swimming. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. So she's out there doing like this and this and oh, and that was funny when she told the story then, but it's not that funny when she tells the story now. So here we are. We're going to try to rock this thing out here tonight. Again, shout out for my wife. We are staying home. We're supposed to stay home, and I want all of you to stay home because I'm not allowed to go out. My wife would never tell me anything, but I am grounded. I am just basically stuck in here, which is good for you, the audience, if you're happy with these things. But I'm not allowed out, and she won't yell at me or nothing, man. She's a sweetheart. But if I'm over and I walk over to where the door is, she'll go, "What you doing?" I'll be, "Nothing." "What you doing by the door?" I'm just looking out the window. You know, we have lots of windows around the house that aren't connected to doors. So shout out for my wife, checking on the mouse ears, making sure I don't run out there, and stay home, have a ball. The other thing that I wanted to do right now is say, I am proud of us, and I include myself in that proud of us because we did what they told us to do. We kicked fucking ass. We were told to get a 2-week supply of everything, and we did it. And it was hard because we don't shop that way. We go to the store every fucking day, sometimes every other day, sometimes 2-3 times a day. So it was hard to figure out what the fuck to get to survive for 2 weeks. And we figured out the toilet paper and the Pop-Tarts and the Slim Jims and the fucking liquor. And there was a couple things we forgot, but we're like, fuck it. And then we saved the really good shit for the end of those 2 weeks. The deluxe whiskey and the deluxe frozen pizza. And on the 13th day of the 2 weeks, they said, remember 2 weeks ago when we said you should get a 2-week supply of food? We meant 7. Fuck you! You can't fucking say 2 weeks and then fucking 7. And I'm supposed to fucking live all the way till May on 1 fucking day's worth of food. Fuck you and you're fucking crying out loud. So I'm proud of us, man, because we did what they told us to do. And sometimes I pause like that out of habit because of live performance. You know, the audience laughs and then I take a breath and then we get caught up. In fact, I'm trying so hard to make this a real show tonight that they wouldn't let me. My wife wouldn't let me. I was actually thinking of driving an hour and a half away and then driving an hour and a half back, so that it seemed like it took me 3 hours to get to my fucking show. All right, so that didn't work out there. So the other thing that is happening here, a lot of shit's going on, is that our parents lied to us. Remember? They said, you can't just sit in front of the TV and waste your whole life away. That's no way to live. Right now, that's the only way to live. We were lazy asses and watch fucking TV all the time. We were fucking training for Holocaust fucking survivor, man. And this is kind of amazing here. So things change this way and that. And my first drink of water, Higgins will laugh. That's an inside joke. Crying out loud. I have family in Florida watching tonight. Mark and Tiffany down there. They rock hard, man. They're amazing. And if you have family in Florida, they've all done it to us. They've all done that thing where they use Disney and Universal and Harry Potter parks in Universal as a lure, as a trick to come and visit them, right? And that is a fucking excellent trick. That is an amazing trick, for crying out loud. It worked on me, I'll tell you that, because that trick doesn't work the other way around. We in Pennsylvania, who have relatives in Florida, we can't trick them to a trip up here to Pennsylvania. Come on, it's really a lot of fun. We'll go up to Scranton and we'll take the Lackawanna coal mine tour. That's a fucking bunch of happy horseshit right there. And I took that fucking tour and I chaperoned a school trip because my daughter was on it and I was fucking terrified to go down that thing. And the whole tour, if you've ever been on it, is they go down into a mine. And the whole tour is telling little 3rd and 4th grade kids how many people died at different parts of the mine. And they'd say, and these are little kids, right? And they said they used to take a little canary bird down there that had small lungs. And then when the air was getting sparse, and then the canary's little lungs pop and it would die. And that's how we knew it was time to get out of the mine. And I said, you know, how I know it's time to get out of the mine? When you tell that story and everybody's fucking crying and that kid shits in his pants. Turn this fucking thing around and let's go up to the Lackawanna Coal Mine Tour gift shop and we'll buy some black lung keychains and get the fuck out of here. So, Harry Potter World. Amazing place. And I'll tell you this. Me in Harry Potter World with this head, when I picked up a magic wand, I was a wizard. I didn't have to pretend. I was an actual wizard. I got sucked in to a live magic wand show at Ollivander's and whatever the fuck it's called there, and it was kind of cool. But I'm thinking it was sort of like a dick move for them to pick me. They should have picked the kid instead of picking Aqualung. But once they picked me, I fucking owned it. And I was putting fucking curses on rude tourists and flipping things all around. And then when you go into a thing like that, then you come out, you're kind of like famous. And then people were starting to get like a second look at me. They're like, hey, you're that wizard from the Magic Wand show. You look so familiar. And I said, I'll give you 3 guesses. And I do this. They're like, Hagrid! It's Hagrid and he lost some weight. That's me. I took so many pictures with tourists that didn't see all the movies. Crying out loud. My only complaint about Harry Potter World was, let me put my magic wand down. I'm a little dangerous with that. My only complaint was in Diagon Alley, in the men's room, they have audio coming in there of Moaning Myrtle. Now I'm trying to pee. I don't need to hear Moaning Myrtle up there going, oh, the handsome one, he peed much better than you. Oh, I couldn't fucking pee in there. I'm not saying where I peed, but for crying out loud. So that was a fun vacation. Howdy to my family down there in Florida. And also, that was a vacation, and that's kind of amazing. And some people go to Lancaster for their vacation. That's the dumbest fucking vacation there ever was. I don't know what the hell they expect to see. Amish farmers farming, and they're filming them, and unless they brought time-lapse photography, and when they get home the corn will grow in surround sound, that's a boring fucking vacation video. And that brings me to another point. When you pop on the news, and there's a story about a kid who flipped his gears, chopped up his family, and stacked them in the basement, and they interviewed the neighbor lady, and she goes, well, he seemed like the nicest boy. I don't know what happened. I can tell you exactly what happened. Them asshole parents took that kid to fucking Dutch Wonderland one too many times, and they should have taken him down to see the big fucking mouse ears. That's what happened there. Oh. This chat thing keeps me going, folks. Let me tell you that. This chat thing keeps me going. Here's to me. I got more news for you. Next weekend is Easter. Terrible weekend for comedy. I'm not taking off. So I'll be, and I'm not buffering the show for Easter either. So just strap yourselves in there. Moving along on my set list here, on my cheater list. Looking here, like, man, I got it. Oh, look, I already made it to this other page here. That's kind of amazing. This is so important now because we are living in a world where we wish things could be delivered. Earth Tamikis, years ago, I'm dating myself now, but everything was delivered. Fucking everything. You could have a case of beer delivered to your home. You could have groceries delivered to your home. The Avon lady came. I never bought nothing, but she had a sweet ass and I was lonely, so I whipped through the fall catalog here, for crying out loud. The milkman was the most amazing thing too. The milkman, I don't even know if there was an actual milkman because there was metal box on the front porch and it kept milk cold in the middle of fucking August. But that little metal box, I don't know how it was. And you never even really saw him. For all I know, it was a magic milk elf. And you just leave a sock in there and then Dobby would just run off like this and that, for crying out loud. But the greatest delivery that we had in the history of all deliveries was the Charlie Chip Man. You'd be all fucked up and you'd be all liquored up. And
Here's your reminder. Don't forget to ask your good friend, Darren Mazeppa, to copy and paste the donation link into your live stream chat.
Alexa, did you hear that? I promise I didn't do that. Right?
Here's your reminder. Don't forget to ask your good friend, Darren
Mazeppa. That's an accident.
The donation link into your
must have just been an idea. If you haven't heard, Alexa asked my good friend Darren Mazeppa to put the donation link in there, and I promise Alexa just went nuts because when you say Alexa, I mean it just goes like now the lights going around. I feel terrible. That's so tacky. Here, I'll make it up to you, Darren. Here's what I will do. Darren, I will plug your son's business. Kai's Rock and Roll Bowls are the greatest thing that there ever were. Darren, put the link for Kai's Rock and Roll Bowls in the thing for this show right here. Kai's Rock and Roll Bowls kick ass. I really shouldn't have cursed doing a commercial for the kids' Kai's Rock and Roll Bowls, but they do kick ass, and actually, technically, they kick asses, because you can't just kick one ass. That's stupid. You gotta kick all the asses. So this portion of the show is brought to you by Kai's Rock and Roll Bowls. Check out the link, and we should be all even Steven, huh? Mazeppa, honey, sweetie. Right there, okay. Where was I? Alexa, mind your manners. Oh, why did I say her name? Baboomsa. Mind your manners, for crying out loud. So the Charlie Chip Man, you'd be all fucked up and you wish you could get snacks, but you couldn't go out there. Ding dong, the Charlie Chip Man appeared like a junk food mirage from Woodstock. Big fucking cans of chips and pretzels and a big basket of all kinds of candies and cookies and shit. You didn't even have to talk to him. He just set it down and you could just fucking dive in there and they just fucking bill you for shit. That's the kind of stuff that we need right now, for crying out loud. But it's crazy days that we live in. This technology is amazing because technically I'm working. We'll see how the donations go to see if this qualifies for work or not. But this technology has changed everything. It's changed even the way we discipline our children. My geezers have backed me up on that. I love my geezers. Years ago, your parents would say, go to your room. And that sucked batshit balls because there was nothing in your room. And now you send the kids to their room, they're happier than pigs and shit. They're up there and they got Wi-Fi and they're texting their buddies and Snapchat and they say, oh my God, this is amazing. I got sent to my room. I don't have to talk to my family. I don't have to eat with them. This is fucking amazing. I don't even know what I did, but I want to do it again. I think I just figured out what shunning means without Googling it. Go Amish. Oh, if you want to discipline your children in today's world, you don't let them go to their room. You are grounded and you're going to have dinner with your mother and father. That's what's going to happen to you, young man. You can sit there and listen to your father piss and moan about how hard he has to work to pay for your unlimited data plan, and you can fucking tweet about it, but you're going to listen to him. How about that? Oh! Growing up Amish, I did not mind getting sent to my room. Even though there was no Wi-Fi up there, no records, no nothing to do, at least there was no farm chores. I'd be happy to just stand there and stare at a blank wall for a couple hours and get a break. I didn't even feel the need to diddle myself because the motion was too similar to milking a cow. I thought, we'll just give that sucker a break, put a little Ben Gay on there, and then we'll be all right. Oh. I actually heard a parent yell at their kid and say, one more word and I'm going to change the Wi-Fi password. How about that? That's a good idea, ain't it? Crying out loud. I'm a little preachy in my days here. We have lost our manners in this country. We don't apologize anymore. We all fuck up a couple times a day. Apologize just as quickly as possible because it's therapy. It's a very healing thing. I apologize just as quickly as possible because when you apologize, what you're doing is you're taking the act of assholery that you committed off of your shoulders and laying it squarely on those who now must forgive you. I do. I apologize just as quickly as possible. Well, I said I'm sorry. Well, I don't accept your apology. Well, fuck you. You only get one. Now you're the dick. It isn't me. How about that? Oh! Guys, I'm going to rat fink you out now, and this is where the show is most definitely R-rated. Ladies, I don't know why the whole world isn't filled with lesbians. I don't want a sex change, but I'm embarrassed to be one of us sometimes because the guys, we cannot apologize to our women. It's a sign of weakness, I know. And we go and we fuck up, and then we have a meeting with our friends, and our friends, our wingmen, tell us, don't apologize, don't apologize. But I'm the dick. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hold your ground. And the reason, ladies, we cannot apologize to you in person is that we are worried you will read a lack of sincerity on our faces. The apology won't stick, and we won't get sucked off, and we will have apologized for nothing. That's why we can't do it. I found a loophole in the system. Text apologies are the shit. I have 15 pre-written apologies for all occasions, which I realize I'm going to have to change now because my wife can hear this. When I would point, click, and send my way out of trouble, I would happily take a ticket from a policeman at the traffic light for texting for $65, knowing that I'm going to get sucked off as soon as I get in. I might have to account for that joke later on tonight, but I think it was worth it. So light up the chat area there a little bit to back me up in case I get hell for that last one. Oh, right out loud. Fast food places, that's another one. They fuck up our orders and they never apologize. I'm not stable. I know this to be true, but I'm not so far gone over the cuckoo's nest that I order food that I don't like. Those days are coming, but right now I'm sane enough to actually order food that I like. And I hate mustard. And when I say hate, there's no pill that I could take that would stop me from, after biting into mustard, from sawing off my own fucking legs and running right into a train. That's how much I fucking hate mustard. So I say no mustard more times than what I tell them assholes not to put the mustard on. And I don't trust them motherfuckers, so I check it in the parking lot. And again, women smarter than men. My wife has my back. She knows that they're watching, and she says, hey, it's okay that you check that, but let's go around the corner because they're watching and there's some trust issues and they're making mad faces because they think you're accusing them of fucking a sandwich up before the fact, see? Right? And then, and then another bad habit I picked up from city guys is we blame our women for everything that goes wrong, even if they weren't there. Edna, my honey, was clearly not on the other side of that counter when them assholes put mustard on my cheeseburger. But she would take the brunt of my rage when I bit into it at home. Motherfucker, this is all your fucking fault. I asked you, should I take it in the parking lot? You said, oh no, they're afraid of the werewolf. You got cocksucker probably in cahoots. Why don't you send him a text message? Yeah, it worked. He bit into it. He's really fucking mad. He's bringing it back. You don't want to film it. It's going to go viral on the YouTube. LOL. Oh, I will take it back. I will take it back and I have a pill left, but I don't want to calm down. I don't want to calm down. I want an apology. I want the food. I know I fucking ordered, and I want one of those little frozen chocolate desserts that I won't eat because it gives me diarrhea, but it's the principle of the thing, all right? And them fuckers blame me, the customer, that's right, every time. Be leery of this move. When you slam that fucker down, you go in there, you slam that fucker down, there's mustard on my cheeseburger. Be leery of this move. Well, did you order it with mustard? And it works every time. It's like a Jedi mind trick. I can't believe it. I'm trembling. I'm smaller. I'm not mad anymore. I'm apologizing for my life. I say, here's the thing. I hate mustard, but I'm also mildly retarded, and I suffer from multiple personality disorders. So what might have happened was you well-adjusted me under the proper medication, drove us here, and then my pill wore off at the point of ordering, and the evil Lord Voldemort, he who shall not be named me, said, why don't you put mustard upon his cheeseburger to torture him to madness? Oh! That's one possible thing to happen when I was here earlier. Of course, we should explore a second line of thought that one of you dickheads fucked up my order. Got that? Either that happened or that. Maybe I have to use a fucking cash cab shout out. I don't know. So I relax my nerves. And I think these peckerheads are going to fix my sandwich. But these scrapple-sucking, masturbating Mennonites have the audacity to open up the fucking cheeseburger to make sure there's actually mustard on there. And in his mind, there's no way he could have fucked up, and I got to be unstable, which is probably true. But now, after all this, I'm starting to doubt my own self. So now, after yelling at this poor kid, I'm standing there going, please let there be mustard on there. Please let there be mustard there. Oh! My stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but fans of my show know exactly why I did that. So I can play my hit single later on tonight. It's time for some water and to peek at the storyboard. All right, I got this mustard. There we go. All right, I can go rogue now. Okay. Here's something too, man. When I tell stories like this, I forget shit, and then the beauty of this is, right now, I might probably be streaming till Labor Day because when my career, when the world goes back to work, I can't just automatically pick up my 3 months of shows that I lost. So you strap yourselves in because I figure I'll be good. I won't have to hit any reruns till like Memorial Day. But I talked about roller coasters in one of the episodes, but one thing I forgot was one of the worst technology we don't need, is the roller coaster photo. Nobody looks good screaming down the 200-foot drop. G-forces coming out, or white knuckling it. His beard hairs are going up on my nose. You actually look better home on the toilet with the diarrhea than you do screaming down a 200-foot drop when you look worse than you ever look in your life. Click! Just in case you'd like to preserve this magical near-death experience in the form of a fucking $38 keychain. Now, allowing for the fact that I'm not making any of this shit up, when I got off Steel Force at Dorney Park, people were buying my picture that aren't me. I wish I had one of those magic mirrors like in Romper Room, you know, when they hold it up and say, there, I see Rosemary, and I see Higgins, and there I see Mazeppa, and there I see Mark and Tiffany, but yeah, fuck it, too late now. Crying out loud. Okay, so another story here. Some of this stuff, just pretend like the world is okay now. If you have to fly anywhere, do not fly out of the Philadelphia airport. They have no sense of humor, and by no, I mean none. Fucking none. It's the rudest fucking airport that there ever was. I don't like tension, and down there, it's just everybody's lost. And I went and I was flying. I had a not making this shit up. I had a triangle and a carry-on bag for my first flight, and it beeped going through the security thing, right? And I don't like tension. And when anything beeps at the airport, everybody thinks they're gonna die, and they all blame the person that they think is responsible for everybody gonna die. And I don't like that, man. I like to have fun. So they didn't know what a triangle was, and they pulled it out of the carry-on bag, and they said, "What's this?" And I, in an effort to lighten the mood, said, "What's this? Stand back!" Yeah, they didn't get it either. 3 hours later, and 2 jars of Vaseline in the special room, I realized that was a bad airport joke. So the other thing they don't tell you is my first flight was to Cincinnati, and they don't tell you that the Cincinnati airport is in Kentucky. Apparently this is common knowledge. First flight, I'm in terror, and the peckerhead says, "We will be landing in Kentucky in 15 minutes. And I start running up and who the fuck would hijack a plane to Kentucky? It turns out I look like the only person on the flight who would hijack it to Kentucky. I gotta tell you, I'm off book here, but I really love this. Call me a dumbass, but when things go back to normal, I'm gonna miss doing this. This is like fucking awesome. I'm lucky enough to have you amazing fans keep my week busy like this. Damn, I actually didn't want to play my hit single tonight because I have to start doing reruns, but this is fucking amazing. Couple more stories. Let me tell you this. That, well, another message.
I'm reminding you, don't forget to ask your good friend, the disgruntled mechanic, to copy and paste the donation link in the YouTube chat stream.
Oh, that's for the disgruntled mechanic to copy and paste the donation link in the YouTube chat.
I'm reminding you,
this is really
don't
embarrassing.
forget to ask your good friend, the disgruntled mechanic, to copy and paste the donation link in the YouTube chat. Don't forget to ask my good friend, the disgruntled mechanic, to copy and paste the donation link in the YouTube chat. And if you would like to shamelessly interrupt my next live stream to promote your own business, just
message me and we'll talk terms. How about that? Oh, crying out loud. I'm going to do some more cheater notes here. Okay, here we go. Check this shit out. I don't know if this will work. I'm stalling here. How would you like to go through your entire life looking like I look until you realize you were one leather jacket away from looking cool as hell? That's a fucking lot. Come on, Pop. Just a leather jacket. It's one cow. Won't even miss it, man. Look, I looked at the fourth member of ZZ Top. She's got ham and eggs, and she knows how to use them. I'm telling you, I'm trying to fill like 19 fucking episodes here. So here we go. Bikers love me, and I don't know why. They've come to a lot of my shows, and they scare the fuck out of my normal audience. And I remember the first gang of bikers that came to a show. Biker, like right there, put his boot on my stage, and he asked me a question. He said, how come I'm a Harley driving, biker, ass kicking son of a bitch, and you are dumb, stupid, dog ass Amish comedian, and you got on the same boots that I got on, except yours tie and I got zippers? Answer me that. And I'm thinking, I got one chance to get this right. Why do I have the same boots you have on my tie and you got a zipper? And I'm like, because you're too fucking stupid to tie a shoe. Then he loved me. Then he high-fived me. Then the bikers love me. So here we go. But back to me. Here we go. Put this fucker back on. All right. If you're waiting for Sparky, she is snoozing. So that's a whole nother show. All right, so I gotta check. I don't want to. There's a good story here. I do not want to miss it. Top of my head, you see a bald spot. That's no good right there. Okay. Oh, let's talk about what the hell was I gonna talk about? Oh, more stuff from the olden days. And this is a real flashback. Young people, I might lose you on this. But Google some of this shit if you don't believe me. In this day of point, click, and send, before there were malls, before there was Amazon Prime, there was S&H green stamps. And that's what we had, and that's what you got. You couldn't even drive to a fucking store and buy shit. You'd have a catalog, and you would find the thing that you wanted, and then you would start collecting green stamps and gluing them in till the fucking cows come home. And you'd buy shit that you didn't even need just to get extra green stamps. You're like, oh, spick and span. That's fantastic. Triple green stamps. I did a little bit of Googling, and it would be impossible to save up enough green stamp books in a single lifetime to get an iPhone. Those green stamp books would be part of a legacy will. Pappy would be on his deathbed going, your children's children's children shall have an iPhone. If the house bursts into flames, save the green stamp books first, and then on the second trip get the dog, and on the third trip see how your mother's coming along. Oh. Then these peckerheads put the really good coupons in packages of cigarettes. They'd be worth like 50 or 100, and kids used to actually cheer their parents on to smoke more, and parents used to let their kids light the cigarette and yell at them. Don't you fucking inhale, you little bastard. You just fire it up and keep them coming. And the kid would cheer them on. Smoke, you bastard, smoke. Let's go. If you got up to 4 packs a day, I can get a fucking baseball bat while it's still warm out. Oh. I'm trying, I gotta tell you that. Cheater notes again. Here we go. Crying out. So I have a lot of fun. Weird shit happens to me, and there's like no punchline, but I'll share some stories with you anyway. Amazing wife, for one of the first vacations, she said, let's go camping. And I'm like, it'd be a lot of fun. You'd be out in the woods, and you have no TV and no electric, and you'd be like, and she's like, oh, sorry, But we went, and camping actually kind of rocks. But now, this is a true story, there's no real punchline here, but you got to visualize this with me. So, we're going to the pit toilets, which I'm apparently naturally drawn to, in the dark of night, and there's this group of us, and then there's 5 of us walking there, and then I just stopped, and I couldn't move. It felt like somebody took a spike and nailed it right through my fucking foot, and then I'm there, wait, everybody wait, where's the flashlight? So they handed me the flashlight, and there was a deer standing on my fucking foot. Ha! And I shined a flashlight at it, and it fucking ran off, and that was it. See, there's no real punchline to that story, except it was the thing that really happened. So that's the other thing too. If you've ever almost hit a deer, but you didn't, that should be a flavor of marijuana. I'd like 2 hits of, I almost hit a deer. Oh, I almost hit a deer, but I didn't. I should be dead, and yet I live. Oh. So a lot of things happen to you when you almost hit a deer. I'm driving on Route 80 across the top of Pennsylvania, and Stephen King would like to write a novel called fucking Route 80 across Pennsylvania. It's fast, and it's dark, and it's long, and you start to think that you're dead, and you want to see a big green sign with the name of any town on it, even if you're not going there. And then finally, you see this green signs coming up, and you go, oh, there is civilization at last. Jersey Shore, motherfucker, I went the wrong way. Oh, so I almost hit 97 different deer up there. I used to have a Smurf Blue PT Cruiser, and if I would have hit that deer, the deer would have won. Now, there's a lot of things going on. When you almost hit a deer, there's peripheral vision, and you can see it coming out the side, and your first guess is never deer. You're like, fuck me, Sasquatch, motherfucker, Night of the Living Dead was, oh. And then, the second, you go, oh, it's a deer. And then you relax, and that's a big mistake, because you're like, what the fuck do I care if I get killed by a fucking Sasquatch or a fucking deer, that motherfucker? Oh. So now me, I'm a dumbass. I always wanted to know how fast the deer was running, not making this shit up. And the deer was actually running alongside the PT Cruiser. So I slowed down to like 34, and then the deer was winning. And then I sped up to like 38, and then I was winning. And I was thinking, I could probably really pin this thing down. And then I thought, or I could die! So I slowed down, and then the deer went off, and then, oh, two hits. I almost hit a deer. Now, 3 o'clock in the morning, almost hit a deer. Like any good drug, there is side effects. Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I am wide awake. And I'm like, fucking deer! Oh my God! Oh, where's the mailbox? Never mind. And that goes all the way to hell home. But there's my people who almost ever hit a deer. There you go. It says, the other thing you don't know about this is, it might be hard to believe right now, but I actually work really hard on this show to have it be good. I will have to rewatch it because I can't fucking remember what I'm talking about. So do pound that fucking wherever it is, PayPal, and you can Venmo me money. Just out of guilt, for crying out loud. I'm cheaper than a ticketing fee, I'll tell you that. Crying out loud. So here we go. Oh, another story. I'm all over the place here. I'm going to have to make a lot of notes. My career has been a lot of fun. Many years ago, I went on a live coffee table show, one of those at noon talk shows in Lancaster. It was called Lancaster Live. It spent 30 minutes lecturing me not to curse on TV. I've been on radio for fucking 30 years. I know you can't say fuck on the radio. You can't curse on fucking TV. So I got the lecture. Now I'm standing behind a fake door, and I'm all a fake wall, and I'm all mic'd up, and we're ready to go. They're ready to go. Let's see. We're going live in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'm a little worked up. And they go, 30 seconds live. Raymond, is your mic on? I'm like, how the fuck do I know? It's possible you had to be there. So that's another thing too. I handle my own career. You might not know this, but I was on an episode on National Geographic, Amish Out of Order, And I almost fucked that up because there's no possible way I would think National Geographic was calling me. So National Geographic calls me, and I think it's friends dicking with me, and it's a sexy girl on the phone. Why, hello, Raymond, the Amish comedian. This is Claire from the National Geographic. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Crenshaw. Boom! I almost fucked that up, and that happened to me quite a bit. Miserable Mentor with Colin Quinn, Bob Levy, all these guys. I was on that for one leg of the tour, and again, answer the phone. Hello, is this Raymond the Amish comic? Yes, it is. I didn't think the Amish had telephones. Well, why didn't that thought occur to you before you dialed the fucking number? Oh, and then they had to call me back. So I had to grovel, I had to apologize. Miserable Mentor, I'm so excited. I would love to be part of it. You travel all over the world. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Atlantic City, Chicago, Boston. Where are we going? Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Great. I've always dreamed of never leaving Pennsylvania, and this will keep that going for a couple more years. Whoa. I'm not making this shit up. I've been avoiding this, but since I'm playing my hit single tonight, I might as well also talk about the worst experience of my show business career. My fans know what I'm talking about. America's Got Talent Season 5. And I'm telling you, one day I am going to run in to Pierce Morgan when he doesn't have that big fucking red buzzer in front of him to save his ass. What a fucking dick move pussy that is. And anybody gets mad at me, and they're fucking out of there. I'll tell you this, I'm out of the blanket of security or whatever the fuck the security lockdown thing is now. It's been too many years. I never auditioned. They come after me. They solicited me, and I got easy pass. I didn't have to stand in that long fucking line, and they said it would be a tremendous help for my career, and however fake you think it is, multiply times 10 and then add on another 100, because that's fucking true. I was sequestered, stuck in a giant ballroom with 100 circus freaks that were way fucking worse than me, and they tried to film 2 days in one, and then I was for the early shift and they were running late, so they bumped me to the night shift. So I was stuck in there for 10 fucking hours, stuck in there, and all day long, sorry wife, but the only thing that kept me going, there was 5 gorgeous black models, and they shamelessly flirted in front of me. I don't even know what their talent was, but they walked past me all day long, and they dropped shit, and then they bent over slowly so I could enjoy this. This was done for my entertainment. I know it was, and that thrill came to a screeching halt around 8 o'clock at night when they dropped the lipstick, and I bent over to pick it up, and I found out it was 5 fucking guys. Oh! What, is this yours, my dear? Yes, it is. Oh! So, not making any of this shit up. So I'm a nervous wreck. The person who recruited me is my cheerleader, right? So she wants me to do good, because if I do good, she does good. So 38 seconds before it was my turn, she comes over and she goes, "Try not to speak. The judges are in a bad mood." And then she turned and walked away from him. I entered in the fucking speaking category. I don't fucking juggle. I don't jump through motherfuckers. The flashbacks are coming back, man. I never should have brought that up. Never. That's gonna cost me a fucking pill. Crying out loud. Let's see here. Oh! For Richer, for Poorer. That's another one. I was in that. I played the skeptical Amishman character number 81. I got $25 extra a day for having my own beard. In fact, they stuck me in the chair and they stroked and played with my face to figure out how to attach this motherfucker right there. How about that? That story needs something else, but I'll just try to get cooking here a little bit here. Let's see. You peckers probably like this. I know for some of you now, this is like a fun part because look, he's fucking freaking out and he doesn't know what to do. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. All right. Operations. If you don't need one, don't fucking get one, for crying out loud. You go into the doctor, and he says, you're going to feel a slight pinch. And I just start fucking screaming. Oh! Now you're a little pissed off, and I said, hey, doc, you're going to feel a slight pinch. Pow! And I kicked him in the fucking balls. How about that? I had to go in for emergency hernia surgery, and it wasn't from cow tipping, thank you very much. Let me tell you this, if you have to go into a hospital, don't say hello to anyone. Google the floor plan for that hospital, because everyone you say hello to is another fucking $500 on your bill there. So I get in there, they sold it to me like it was a new car, outpatient surgery, in the morning, you'll be out, they just ring, bam, bam, thank you, man. So I go in there, I was a little pissed off, because they get me white robes. They didn't have a black robe, and it was one of those gowns with the ass was hanging out the back, because it was all, and I actually kind of like that. In fact, I came home and I cut the ass out of all my suits, because I kind of like that. So they get in there, and then I'm laying in the bed, and it seemed like an escaped mental institution patient. Sling Blade Man comes in, doesn't say anything, undoes my gown, and starts shaving around my balls. And I'm thinking, what did this guy do to get a job shaving my balls? And I'm thinking, I hope like hell he works for the fucking hospital. And that's another thing there too, is that you really don't want to talk to a man that's shaving your balls, because you don't want to interrupt him. But how about those eagles? Oh! So I'm here to tell you this, the hair creates to the illusion of size. So I'm watching the Sling Blade Man shave away my fucking manhood, and I'm starting to, finally I panicked. I said, is that going to grow back? He said, the hair? Yes. And there, no, my schlong, I was hung like a fucking horse until you started, oh. So now the next lunatic comes in, the anesthesiologist, whatever the fuck her name is. Again, a nut show there. They go, would you like a spinal or a local? How the fuck do I know, for crying out loud? Let's pretend this was your ass laying in the bed. What would you pick? Maybe you should fucking keep me awake in case the surgeon has any kind of pattern questions he'd like to ask me, for crying out loud. Oh, I would take a spinal. Numbs you from the waist down. That's fucking perfect. Just put me down for a fucking spinal. So now the spinal does numb you from the waist down, and they were going to fucking knock me out anyway, so I don't know what the point was. Now with some serious good drugs they gave me, he said, count backwards from 100. And I remember going, 3. Oh. So I woke up, I don't know how many hours later, and the new hospital systems get you right on your feet. And I thought I could lay on my ass for 3 fucking months. They went, it felt like they installed a zipper, like right here, right? So I rolled up on my new zipper when I was flying high as a kite. I never was so happy in my entire life. And they want me to walk down the hallway and pee. And I'm looked down and got pink fuzzy slippers on. I don't know how the fuck I got those. And the breeze was blowing up me. And I'm thinking, that's the dumbest fucking rule. Hospitals make you pee before you can go home. Bars don't even make you pee, and they should, because lots of people are out there pissing in bushes and all kinds of shit. So I get in there, and I get to still numb from the waist down. And here's the thing. When your thing is numb, it don't pee. It's not good for anything. It's not even fun to play with. I think for once in my life, I was actually thinking like a woman thinks. I'm, oh. So I'm standing there talking to my thing, which I don't do often enough, begging for just a few drops, and then we can go home. And I almost had it. And Nurse Ratchet stuck her head in there and said, is everything okay in there? It was, until you fucking scared it. I was hung like a fucking horse. And she said, don't worry, we'll just, we'll shove like a cafeteria in there or whatever the fuck it is. And they shoved that cafeteria in there, and they pulled the thing, and I was pissing like a king. Oh. I am coming down the home stretch of my show, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot tell you what a pleasure it is to have such an incredible fan base as you guys. My wife is so appreciative. The donations have been coming in, have been so nice. Give if you can, but if you can't, man, don't give us money that you don't have. But maybe there's some kind of petty theft you could pull off. Sell the shit on eBay, make a donation that way. I really love what I do. Best fans in the world. Share my events, tag people, invite people, hit that fucking like button, ram them fucking likes up. I know there's over fucking 10,000 you peckerheads watching this show, and I love that. And people who don't like my show, I can tell you why. It could be because I suck, but it's because of the word fuck. It gets stuck in their head, and they go over the fucking cuckoo's nest, right? That's the thing. If tonight the word fuck is stuck in your head, that's on me. If tomorrow it's still stuck in there, you're one OCD motherfucker, and then you need to calm yourself down, because that's the whole thing. I don't think there's enough cursing in the world for all the shit we have to put up with. When I curse, when I say fuck, it's like, what the fuck? That's all it is. That's all it is. If you want to make it something more horrible, shame on you. And I'll tell you something else. Cursing moves lines along very quickly. If you're out there, and instead we get mad at people now, and if you cursed, if you went over the cuckoo's nest, that problem would be solved. I will give you an example, okay? I'm in a uni line, right? It's happened to all of us. And there's a lady ahead of me, supposed to be an efficient system, next available person, that's who you go to. So, counter opened up over there, she didn't go, somebody not as nice as me, darted around, pow, and that went on like 3 times, and I could feel myself starting to go. And then, after the 4th person went, she turned around and said, oh, I'm not in the line. Yes, you are in the fucking line. That's not the problem with this system. The problem is you don't know you're in the fucking line. That's the fucking problem. Nobody in this fucking line wants to be in this fucking line. We'd all rather be some other place. But you thought, oh boy, wouldn't it be fun to line up in this fucking line? You're in the line. You don't know you're in the fucking line. Now, as much tension as I created at that moment, I promise you, she will never do that again. So, curse your way to the front of any line. Geezers only. Young people, if you curse in public, they'll just call the cops and throw your ass out of there. But loophole in the system. Geezers got the world by the nuts. You cannot call the cops on a cursing geezer. What will happen is, wherever you are, everybody stop what they're doing, focus all their power on shutting you up and getting you peacefully, calmly out the back door. Now, when I go full gray, I'm going to be a rich old geezer, because I'm going to head off to Walmart, load up a shopping cart worth of $3,000 for the latest technology. I will pick the worst checkout line that I can find, and I will stand there and proudly shit in my pants. And as the shit rolls down my leg, every retard in a red vest with a walkie-talkie will be my personal customer assistant. I won't even have to pay for shit. They'll lie to me, sir. Congratulations. You're our 1 millionth customer. If we can just wipe up your leg and escort you out the special winner's door, congratulations. Now, if you are a geezer, or you know a geezer, here's some shit you can try tomorrow. You're 9th in line at the McDonald's. There's hatred, there's tension behind the counter. 3 peckerheads trying to pour 1 fucking cup of coffee, and they can't do it. Oh, that's your cue, geezer, to launch a verbal airstrike into the side of their head. We who are late are counting on you to shake up the system a little bit. You eyeball them and go, you, McDickhead, I'm talking to you, you lazy McShufflin' McMotherfucker. Let's go, we're McLate. We're getting McFucking fired. We have McFucking places to go, McFucking things to do. You're young. You got your whole McFucking life ahead of you. You don't really give a McFuck, do you? But I could be dead any McFucking minute, couldn't I? And I don't want to spend my last McFucking minute on a planet McFucking Earth waiting for your lazy McFucking ass to make my last McFucking breakfast. Now, I want a large McFucking coffee and an egg McFucking muffin right McFucking now. And that works at the drive-up window, because I tried it one time. I did. I pull in there, and I said, like, 1 McFucking cheeseburger without McFucking mustard in. At a couple locations, the bad words actually appear on the screen. It's pretty cool. 1 McFucking cheeseburger without McFucking mustard. There you go. This kid hacked the system. He's going fucking places. He's wasted in there. Nat Peckerhead says, please pull up to the first window. Here's where I want you to rally and take a stand with me, because they've done it to all of us. Nat Peckerhead goes, would you mind just pulling off to that spot and we'll bring this thing out for you? Yes, I would mind, since you asked my opinion. You see, I only ordered 1 McFucking item. And I look in there and I see at least 5 McDickheads running around not doing much of anything. So here's what we're going to do. You, McDickhead, you will go out and stand in the McHolding spot of McHumiliation, the McPenalty box of McFast Food, where all the other McDickheads behind me in line are going to wonder, what the McFuck did that guy order? That was so wrong. They'll McTweet about it. They'll McFacebook about it. They don't give a McFuck. They'll pick out something else. Now, all the other McDickheads focus all their McPower on getting me my one McFucking cheeseburger without McFucking mustard. Don't even start that happy horseshit where you tilt your McFucking head and say, I didn't say no McFucking mustard, because I took a screenshot on the fucking order and I tweeted it to my McFucking Instagram. So don't even play that fucking bullshit. And when I hold it up like this here, you can go the McFuck back in. Now, would you believe he had the McBalls to say to me, after all that shit, sir, this is a CVS pharmacy drive-up prescription window. You guys rock hard. I love you. Thank you so much. See you next Saturday night. Thanks, folks.